I'm back. I'm still alive. That's right. I'm back. I've been busy. Got this at a convention. I know. Right? It's a great. I don't know. I got back from karate training, so I'm like, I'm a little bit worn out. They made us have to do leg exercises, which were really annoying because to show what I had to do, basically, you had to have your hands up against the wall, right? And you have to do this, and then, oh God, I can't do it. But you get the point, and I had to keep doing that for a long period of time, and we had to do it for like ages. It was just like, and then randomly he'll be like, okay, now hold it out for like ages while having your hands on the wall. And then he started going on about cooking recipes halfway through it, and he's like, oh, have you heard about this story? And it's like, yeah, I've heard the story. You do it to try and drag it out so that we have to bloody. I was just like, oh, I was done. I was about ready to. It's about ready to die after that. Ugh. I don't know, these lights. I need some better lights, because I don't like making the room too light, but yeah. So, I'm still alive. That's right. I'm still alive. I did get some other stuff from the convention, but I cannot show it. I did show the books on X. They're 2 books. Pure non-safe for work. Pure non-safe for work. I also do have another figure coming. Actually in the mail. It's not in the mail, but I ordered a figure through the same store that I got through this, because I know the people that run the store at my convention, and there was a particular figure I wanted that they ended up selling because I wasn't there on Friday, and they were like, oh yeah, we could get another one in, and I was like, so I messaged them on Facebook because they have their own little page, and I got an order for it, so I'm getting that at some point in the next week or so. So it's an Alia figure in a cat outfit, so it's really cool. Probably can't show it on here because I'll get demonetized, but I wanted to talk about a couple of things. So one of the first things is, of course, I did end up finally doing the video. I posted on the community tab, which was the Dance in the Vampire Bun video. I'm pulling it up on the other screen because I didn't pre-plan this ahead. Congratulations me. I really should have thought this through a lot more. But yes, I did finish the Dance in the Vampire Bun video. It's right there, called Dark Romance and the Vampire Politics in Dance in the Vampire Bun. Full explanation and analysis. It is a 58-minute long video. It is a big video. Biggest video that I've ever made. And it is edited. Like, actually edited. Like, clipping, images, shows everything. It is one video that I'm very proud of, and I wanted to talk about it a little bit because one of the things that I actually want to do is do more bigger videos. Like, for example, this one was a good one as well, but I would like to do even deeper videos, like long form, analytical, deep dive videos that go for like 30 plus minutes long, that are like got multiple stages to it, like broken down, going over major topics, the concepts of love, the concepts of loyalty, lust, different types of things. Like, I'm just not saying just those, but it can be a broad, depending on the different shows. And so I want to prioritize quality over quantity. Not saying that I haven't put effort into these other videos, but I want to put more into these videos and make them bigger, make them juicier, make them more jam-packed with interesting conversations. And so that's something that I want to do going forward. The other thing, though, too, is that YouTube's algorithm has changed a lot. It is a lot more of a priority of you really... And this is one of the reasons why you see a lot of channels that really double down on something. Like, they will really hone in on a specific topic and they will milk it. The reason being is because of how the algorithm works. If you don't basically find a niche, you are basically absolutely cooked as a channel. Like, you have to find a niche and you have to milk it. So an example would be, say, if you're an anime channel, you'd have to find something very specific. That's why you see some channels that are like purely like One Piece channels or Showman channels. Like, they very much narrow down into one specific area or corner and they just heavily hit it. I just want to prioritize more quality of the content and focus on very specific animes that really resonate with me. It doesn't mean that I won't be critical of a show, because I like to balance my opinions, weigh up the positives and the negatives, and I still will do that even for shows that I absolutely love, because I think it's important to weigh up the positives and the negatives in a show. and not just be some blind fanboy, which is exactly what's happening within the AniTube community. Toxic positivity. And that's a whole different issue that I could go over. So I want to do that, and I want to really hone in on specific shows that I really enjoy, that really resonate, and just things that I find interesting, and so I want to put more effort into that. So that's something I'm going to be experimenting with, and I was very proud of that video. That video ended up actually getting acknowledged by the writer of Dance in the Vampire Barn. They actually tweeted about it, so I wear that like a badge of honor. And yes, I got a new shirt. Oh my god, he actually got new shirts. He's not wearing the same 4 shirts all the time that he just washes and rinses and repeats. Yes, I got this at a convention. So that's something that I want to do, because the algorithm is absolutely changing, and I just hate the fact that so many channels feel almost identically the same. Like, every episodic review channel feels the same. And I'm not saying every channel, but almost a large percentage of episodic review channels feel the same. Reaction channels all feel the same. Video essay channels all feel the same. And I did record this a while ago, and I ended up scrapping the video, where I talked about the issue with video essay channels, where they end up regurgitating each other's videos, because what they do is they go to each other's channels and they look at what works and they constantly regurgitate. And if you can see here, I'm just seeing if I can find the specific video in itself, because there's a specific video that I make where I talk about Shield Hero, and I talk about one of the biggest problems that has been discussed, and it's not that video there. It's not that one, but it's something else. But it's specifically about Shield Hero, because what I end up noticing is, like, every time, it's like every 6 to 12 months, or whenever a new season of Shield Hero comes out, there's always video essay channels that end up making the exact identically the same video on Shield Hero. And to be very clear, the videos are highly inaccurate. They get major plot points incorrect. They end up just regurgitating the exact same thing another channel says. And so it ends up becoming this situation where most, not all, but most video essay channels are not original. They're just regurgitating each other's stuff, which is just like, it's just AI slop without the AI. It's just, they're just regurgitating and just copy pasting each other's points, because that's what they do. They look at what each other do and then they copy each other, because they go, oh, well, that topic works, so I'll copy that. It's one of the reasons why I don't subscribe to that many AniTubers. I try to avoid watching as much as possible so that I don't end up going, oh, that's a good idea, and then if I come up with a cool idea and accidentally it's the same as someone else's, then it's an accident. Right? But I try to avoid taking ideas from other channels, because I know how territorial some channels can be, but at the same time, it's just endless slop. And so a lot of video SAA channels are the same, and there is also, and I've checked with the AI even on Google, and because Google has its own AI for YouTubers, which you can like ask it questions, or it can give you video recommendations, and it always tells me to make the seasonal wrap-up videos. Like, you know, all the content creators that do the first 1 to 3 episodes of an anime and they compile it, like what Gigot does. So many channels do that now. Why? Because it's literally the main thing that everyone does. It's the most popular thing to click on. And the reason why is because they shove 15 animes in a thumbnail, they put them all in the tags, and because every is like between 30 seconds to 2 minutes or 3 minutes is talked about in each video, it pads it out long. It doesn't add really much of a conversation other than a very bare basic synopsis. And it's just a very, like, in my opinion, there's nothing inherently wrong with the content, but because it's so overdone, it just feels so soulless. It's just like, oh, let's get the video out that everyone else does. To me, in the AniTuber community, there's no originality anymore. It is an assembly line, and a manufacturing assembly line, where every channel just feels like the same because the algorithm forces you into it. And I'm not necessarily having a jab at channels. I'm pointing out that inevitably every channel becomes the same. They all just end up slowly copying each other. So originality literally gets stamped out and attacked, which is ironic because some of those people that have just become no different than any other channel have attacked me over the last several months for being original and trying to be different. So it's like, you're doomed if you do, you're doomed if you don't. But I want to continue down that path of finding unique things that I want to do. And I feel like anime reviews, like anime whole reviews, like at the end, because I don't really like doing episodic reviews, and I don't do episodic reviews. And I do sort of first impressions, mainly because, yeah, they do somewhat well, but I'd like to do like proper anime reviews, like going over an anime and not just reviewing it, but analyzing it, breaking it down, going over things. And sometimes talk about the source material as well and breaking those into its own sections. Because at some point, I would like to do Noragami, going through all 27 volumes of that, and I would like to do Roselia Vampire at some point, because I've got the mangas for that, so I'd like to do those at some point. But it's just something that I want to do more of, is just proper anime reviews. But anime reviews are much more rarer than you think. Why? Because they just don't do well in the algorithm. So it's like, if you like that kind of content, it's why it's important to support those channels that make that kind of content that is a little bit niche. Because even light novel reviews and analysis videos on light novel stuff is very hard to find, because it's just not that popular. So that's why I say, if you want that kind of content, you need to make sure you support those content creators. I'm not saying just financially, like if you can, but it's like the likes, the comments, the sharing, those are really important. And then I found out that apparently channels have a hype system for videos, which I was like, okay, so it's another like system for small channels. Any channels under 500k get these hype buttons. And I was like, because I ended up finding out about that because I looked at that video and I found out that a bunch of people ended up hyping it. And then I asked some friends to check it and they're like, oh yeah, you can hype a video. So I ended up getting like 10 hypes on that. So if you want to go hype the video, go consider it. But it's just overall where my mindset is with YouTube as a whole. And the whole censorship drama is still going on. There's still some major stuff to talk about, but it's mostly Steam stuff, not so much anime related stuff. Like there's some like grifters out there on the left and the right trying to call for censorship within the anime stuff and all that, and trying to claim anything that's like slightly fan servicey is like, oh, it needs to be banned. It's like, oh great, here we go again. But other than that, yeah, it's just the usual sort of, not too much is really developed. If anything major does develop, I'll cover it. But there is some Steam drama going on with censorship as well, so I may cover that at some point, or go into more detail about those kinds of things. Because yeah, Visa, MasterCard still doing their normal shenanigans, but people are calling that out. It's just, I've been really busy as of late, so it was one of those where I wasn't able to cover it. But that's where my mindset is. I will definitely keep you informed. I'll be doing some more videos again now that I've sort of finished everything, because everything was just very hectic around here, especially when my cat got sick. And while I was trying to do the Dance in the Vampire Bun videos, or video, it was just, everything was chaotic. So again, love to know your thoughts in the comments section down below. If you like this video, hit the like, subscribe, and yeah, if you want to, check out my Spiritual Analysis channel, because that's where I do all my anime content, which apparently people don't realize I do. And yes, I have a lot of videos there, but I want to focus on quality over quantity. So again, if you like this video, hit the like, subscribe, and I'll see you beautiful nerds in the next video.